So, I just want to make a quick video going over version Song Visualizer, SongCreator Song Visualizer version 0.5V alpha. I don't really have a script or anything. I just want to give like a small update of what's going on. So I'm always writing this program in the background in my free time throughout the week, weekend, whatever. And I play guitar with it, and then I adjust it, and then go back and forth, and things like that. So this project I started in around October 2021. I started with this SongCreator, and the idea is that it generates songs in Guitar Pro, and then it sends it over to the Song Visualizer for me to play. Got all these different user settings to go off of. And there's one thing I changed just recently, is this intervals. So the way intervals and lengths work is by priority. I don't want to get into that, but I just changed something recently because there's two different ways of doing intervals. There's like a note key interval and a note interval. And previously I've been doing just a pure note key interval, but I just changed it to a 50-50 of note key note interval. And then I also added another rhythm pattern new. This this new is like 5 or 6 different chords that I added in after doing the frequency mapping JSON. That's a whole nother story. So like each song goes through each note when I open it with Song Visualizer. Then it says if it finds it in the frequency mapping, a JSON file, each frequency, each chord I have mapped to a frequency. I don't want to get into that topic, but this new one says like, okay, there's two of those chords are open strings, sixth string, fifth string, and fifth string, fourth string. So that's like two strings only. So that's two different chords. And then when those are added, it adds a new rhythm between the current rhythm. So the current rhythm I have going by pattern user. So like if it chooses two, like let's say you choose two, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, those are the eligible. So let's say the thing chooses 2 for this pattern. It does one chord twice, and then it'll do the new chord rhythm in between that other rhythm chord pattern. So it's like two different patterns going on. For I'll have more demonstrations. It's like playing a E flat song and then you throw the open chord pattern in between. Well, I don't want to spend too much time on that. I just want to share also now like when you play it, it's not going to show 60 FPS because I'm streaming, recording, whatever. But um, now it shows like the measure that the notes are on. Because like when you pause it, it'll be like, oh, what measure? Because that way when you go into the tempo screen, there's a new button here. But yeah, when you go in the tempo screen, you could see what notes, what measure. So I paused at measure 7 or whatever. Or I don't even remember. Something like that. Anyways, the whole thing, the new thing I'm really excited about is this dynamic button. So this is a tempo screen, and then the tempo screen edit groups together the similar tempos. But this new dynamic button goes based on your guitar frequency input scores. So your previous 5 playthroughs, if you hook up your real guitar, you hit play, it logs every note you hit or miss into a JSON. And then this dynamic button adjusts the tempo. So let's go to Hideaway. So the past couple stream sessions, I've been playing Hideaway by Freddie King, and I have my own like, oh, well, I guess I did a little renaming of the files. That's another story, but I have this dynamic button. That's why the profiles didn't load. There's a lot going on. I don't want to get into it, but I just want to showcase this dynamic button. So this dynamic button is taking the previous 5 playthroughs I have, because like I did have a profile where like I adjusted the tempo, but I had to rename the files because there's a space and I wanted to change it with underscore. That's another story. But main story is this dynamic button took my previous 5 playthroughs and it adjusted it. So in other words, I'm gonna keep playing it 5 times, hit dynamic button, and it'll keep adjusting it based on what I hit or missed because I'm tired of modifying each measure. The only thing is I have to define a max and a min. The min's easy, but the max, It requires a little more thinking. But with that out the way, I just want to give a little update. There's a lot going on, and see you next update. This is SongVisualizer version 0.5V alpha.